Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I am actually so beyond excited because, like I always say, we are doing something different that I've never done before, but I've actually wanted to do this video for a very, very long time and it is finally happening. So in case you happen to miss it, which at this point I don't even know how you would have, I mean literally like, hello? That was me lifting up the rock that you've been living under. I'm releasing a full-on collection with Morphe, including a 39 shade artistry palette for $39 and a 33-piece brush set and custom tubby and blending sponge as well, and has duplicates of all your favorite eye brushes, retailing for $149, and all that is launching in just a few days now on November 13th at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Morphe.com and in all Ulta retail locations on November 16th. It is literally going to break makeup history. The motto for this collection, as I'm sure you guys have seen me write literally a million times at this point, is unleash your inner artist. And I formulated both the palette and picked all the brushes for the brush set to be for my working artists out there to literally be able to create any look possible. And one of my missions in the beauty community, I obviously kind of skyrocketed very, very quickly, but I always love to shout out smaller artists and to get inspiration from them because I feel like small artists are the ones that keep this industry going, and I know for me, they've been a major source of inspiration for my more creative looks. If you've been following me on Instagram, which if you're not, you need to go follow right now, come join the sisterhood. We are almost 10 million sisters strong on Instagram as well. It's pretty good and fresh and lit. You would know that on Sundays, sometimes I do sister takeovers where I basically have a smaller artist come on and take over my Instagram story for the day and give a live tutorial and create a really bomb and beautiful makeup look. And I've truly found so many amazing accounts that I love getting inspiration from, and not to toot my own horn as well, but we've definitely been able to help a few smaller artists gain upwards of 50,000 followers in only one day, which has been so incredibly amazing. Here in the makeup community, it has been a known fact that reviews aren't always exactly the most genuine. Now, I'm very confident that you guys are going to love the palette, but in honor of my Sister Sunday takeovers and in honor of this palette launching and in honor of the fact that I have not slept in about 3 months now, I hand chose 4 artists that I love, that I look up to, that have inspired me, that I think have really, really amazing messages here in the makeup community, and I asked them to come here to California to film in this studio. So before the palette actually launches, you sisters at home get to see a few different artists, all that have different skin tones, testing out the palette for the first time using different products, different techniques, different colors, and hopefully all creating beautiful looks so you guys are able to make a more educated decision on if you want to buy it or not. Everyone that I picked today is so incredibly talented and they all have a very special place in my heart too. I think you guys are going to absolutely love them, so you better be sister supportive. Now without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling. You're welcome. For once in my life, I'm going to chill out, take a little bit of a break and celebrate this launch, and I'm going to let all 4 of these people take the center stage and let them all unleash their inner artists.
Hi everyone, so my name is Zachary and I created this look with the new James Charles palette that he collaborated with Morphe on. I'm super excited to be able to show you guys how to create this really colorful and vibrant look. So if you want to see how to do it, then please stay tuned. So to start off the eyes, I'm going to use the Morphe E22 to begin the blending process. Okay, so I'm going to begin by applying the shade Skip right into the beginning of my crease, keeping it a lot closer to the nose bridge. You guys, this palette is so pigmented. I just dipped into the first shade, and mind you, this is the first time that your girl is dipping into this, and let me tell you, this pigment, Sister James did not come to play, divas. Alright sisters, so I went ahead and primed my eyes with the Paint Pot from MAC in the shade Painterly just before I began blending so I could really make these eyeshadows pop and perform the best. So now I'm going to pick up this M441 brush, which you can also find in the collection that James is releasing with this palette. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the shade Playground and place that right in the center of my crease and fade it out towards the edges. Alright, so on the M441 brush, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the color Social Blade. Girl, I don't want to check mine right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pop that on the outer corner and marry that in to the blue. So a little bit on how I got into makeup actually. The Instagram brow trend, the faded look in the front, started taking over, and my girlfriend who worked at MAC at the time was like, hey, if you're interested in doing makeup, I have a brow product that I think you would love to try. But I went ahead and I went over and she did one of my brows and I was like, wow, like I love this. And then she gave me the pencil and she was like, okay, I did one and now you're gonna go ahead and do the other one. And so she kind of like gave me a little lesson. That's really what inspired me to kind of begin, you know, doing makeup. And then from brows came lips, came foundation, and then after that, girl, it was like a black hole. And now I just can't get enough of makeup. I mean, I love it. It's changed my life. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pick up an M506 brush. James has got us covered in all departments. This brush is perfect for us Asian girls who have tiny eyes, or anybody who has tiny eyes. I kind of suffer from a little bit of a hood, so this is gonna be perfect for tucking that shadow deep into your socket and making it look sickening and snatched. So taking the M506, I'm gonna dip into the shade Love That, and I'm gonna deepen up the pink, blue, and the green, and we're gonna just carry it along and create a nice little winged out shape. So go ahead and tuck the shade Love That right above your mobile lid so you can create some power and intensity so that when you cut your crease, it's nice and vibrant and nice and pigmented, so that the kids can see it from the back row, honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same process. I'm gonna dip into the shade of Cola, and I'm gonna deepen up the blue shade in the center. Honey, though, when I tell you that the kids are not ready for this pigment, we're gonna dip into the darkest green color, which is called Daddy. We're gonna dip into the shade Daddy, and we're gonna go ahead and deepen up the green on the edges. Alright girls, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease now, and hopefully that I'm still this shade of tan when I come back, because holding your breath, girl. I'm gonna go ahead and do it off camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and add some liner, and then I'll be right back to finish up the lower lash line. Alright sisters, so I went ahead and cut my crease with the M124, and now I'm placing the shade Pinkity Drinkity on my lid and the cut so I can go ahead and set it and prep my eye for liner and all the other zhuzh that we're about to add. So what's super cool about this collection of brushes that James is releasing with this palette is that he includes doubles of each brush. So say I just cut my crease with this brush right here, which is the M124. I would want to go in and set it with the same one because it's the tiniest, perfect little eyeshadow brush. So I'm picking up the shade Pinkity Drinkity. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So say if it only had one in here, I would have to go back in and clean my brush just to do the same thing over again. So it's really cool, and I really appreciate that coming from an artist standpoint, that there is another brush in here of the exact same one so that you can go ahead and use it in the same look. We're gonna make a little switch to the brush, and I'm gonna pick up this Morphe M408 brush. It's a little bit more dense, so we can pack on more color. Boom, we're back, you guys. So I went ahead and winged my liner off camera, as well as applied some lashes and a bit of bling. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on to smoking out our under eyes. In order to do so, I'm going to take my favorite little Morphe M506. So I'm gonna dip into the color Playground, and I'm gonna go ahead and smoke that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it lightly to just kind of determine the shape. Kind of just sketch out where I want the color to be, because it's really easy for me, especially, to blow it out a little too far. So with this brush, precision is really easy, which I really like. Like I said, I have really small eyes, so this is perfect for getting right under there and making it look super nice and clean. So the color looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just a light wash of color just to determine where I want to really make it intense. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this brush right here, which is the M210, and I'm going to pack on a lot of color to make it really intense and pop. So you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences as an influencer. I mean, I'm pretty new in the game, but I have had so many crazy opportunities. Just like this one that I'm doing right now, actually, this video is going to be featured on James's channel. It's really, really, really inspiring for me because I'm Asian American, and there isn't really very much representation for us Asians in the community, and I'm actually from Laos, but there isn't really much representation for Laos or Asian Americans really at all. I think it's really cool that James is giving me this opportunity, and Morphe is giving me this opportunity to kind of showcase my artistry and really, like, I don't know, take it to the next level. I never would have thought in a million years that, like, I would be here today, like, filming a video with James's palette, and you know, even James having a palette, I mean, he's paved the way for the boys in makeup, and it's really cool, and it's honestly, like, I can't say it enough, it's so inspiring, and yeah, I'm really, really grateful, and I'm really happy to be here, so I just wanted to tell you guys that and give James a thank you. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe E36, it's a tiny little pencil brush, and I am going to dip into the shade Cola. It's a dark blue, and I'm going to go ahead and intensify the lower lash line. And then I'm also going to hop back into the M506 and dip back into Playground and blend out the edges just a little bit. I'm really happy with how this looks, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of bling on my lower lash line. I love adding stones. As you guys can see, like, I put a little stone on my eyebrow, and I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more, and then we're going to go ahead and add some inner corner highlight as well. So I have a little bit of glue on here, and I'm going to go ahead and place the stone right in the center of my pupil, and then the back, Just tap it on, and look at that. You just add an extra pop to your look. I think I'm gonna add one more just right below that as well to kind of give like a little tear effect, but I love it. It's kind of signature to me, I guess, adding bling to my face. So we're gonna go ahead and add some inner corner highlight now to add some life to our inner corner. So I'm gonna dip into the shade Hello, which is a shimmery blue. We're gonna go ahead and take some of our Morphe setting spray and just mist it a couple times so that we can get like a super shimmery effect. We're gonna go ahead and place that on our inner corner. Ooh, you guys see that? Oh my god, so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this neon pink liner into my lower lash line to really set off the smoked out effect that we created. So I'm gonna take this Morphe M518 brush. It's a brow brush, but I'm gonna use it for my lower lashes, and I'm gonna take the shade Skip and set the pink cream that we just put in the waterline with the shadow. Alright you guys, so this is pretty much the finished look. I mean, it's a really colorful rainbow cut crease. I'm gonna go ahead and add my lower lash mascara and do the other eye off of camera, and then I'll be right back to finish up. Okay girls, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys like what I did. I did kind of like a watercolor, I don't know, kind of fun and glitzy and glamorous with a little bit of bling. I absolutely love the palette. It's extremely blendable, super creamy and ultra pigmented. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Honestly, it's probably one of the best Morphe palettes I've used. The other palettes are shook, girl. They're shaking in their boots. Okay, girls, so don't forget to follow me on all my social media. It's at Zachary Vang, Z-A-C-K, Zachary with a K. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and we will see you very soon. Bye!
Hey guys, it's Jake, /Jake on Instagram, and I just recreated the look I used for James's campaign shoot. So if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching. So I'm going to be priming using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot using an M224 brush just to prime my eyes. So how I met James was, a lot of people don't know this, unless you do, but I was his first ever fan page. So that's like where we met pretty much. And then he just inspired me to make my own makeup page, and I never really thought that it would like be where it is today. He helped me grow faster. He just has helped me in a lot of ways, giving me a lot of like opportunities I never thought I would get, and I just want to thank him for that. James has inspired me to do a lot of out of the ordinary looks. That's probably why I've grown a little faster, is because the looks I've done aren't like a lot of like everyday looks. It's always something that is eye-catching, I think. It's something different that no one has seen. So I'm going to be setting the MAC Ochre Paint Pot with a powder just so the eyeshadow pops a little more, and just so I don't get any creases. But yeah, as I was saying, I was James's first fan page, which is kind of embarrassing now, but honestly, to me, not really, because it got me where I am today. I'll always support him still, and it's just amazing how you can go from being something so little to something so big. Like, I'm from a small town, and I never thought I'd be working with something so big and being friends with someone in such a big spotlight. And it's just amazing that that can happen. I'm going to be using a Morphe M441. So I'm going to be dipping into the sky blue shade, and I'm just going to pop that like right in the crease, and then just start to blend that out. To deepen that out, I'm going to be using the Morphe M433, and I'm going to be dipping into the slightly darker blue just to add some depth in the crease. I'm going to go back in with that Morphe M441 and blend out that deeper color. To deepen that even more, I'm going to go in with the darker blue, and I'm just going to deepen that up. I'm going to be cutting the crease using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot again and a Morphe 224. I'm going to be applying this light blue shimmery shade onto the halo eye. Right there, just patting it in. I'm just going to put it all over this. I'm going to go back in with the first shade we used, which was that lighter blue, that light sky blue. And I'm just going to put it right in here to start to blend that line. And then I'm going to go in and just use the excess shadow from that first shade we used just to blend it all out. And then just for a little bit of depth, I'm going to go in with a little bit of black using the Morphe M456. Now to start off the bottom lower lash line, I'm going to use pretty much the same steps we used for the top, going from the lightest blue to the darkest blue. So I'm going to grab that transition shade again, that blue, and just pop that underneath. And then I'm going to grab that Morphe M433, going with the next shade, which is a little darker than the first shade. Popping that a little closer to the lash line. And then going in with the darker blue shade, we're gonna mix it a little bit with the black. And then going right on that lower lash line, just tugging it right in there. To finish this eye look, I'm going to be grabbing the Morphe color pencil in shade Coconut, and I'm just going to pop that in the waterline. So that is one eye all complete, and now I'm going to go finish the other one off camera, and then we're going to come back and do the neck piece. We're back. That's both eyes complete. I just threw on some little lashes to complete the eyes, but now we're going to highlight the inner corner. And it just completes the look, honestly. So now we're gonna zoom out so I can start on the neck piece. For the neck piece, you're gonna need some bigger brushes and some smaller brushes, just so we can lay down the first shade, and then using the smaller brushes to add more depth and dimension when adding the clouds. I'm just gonna dip into pretty much the same thing as we did on the eyes, just like adding the color onto the neck and just laying it on there. Oh, and I'm using the Morphe M405. So once we have that first color on, I'm gonna dip into this lighter, darker blue and just like throwing it on, putting it anywhere. Right now, you just want to add some darker spots, and then we're gonna add more darker spots, and then right after, we're gonna apply the white to add the clouds. Oh, and the brush I'm using to apply this color is the E43. To further deepen out those areas, I'm going to take a Morphe M510, and then I'm going to dip into a darker blue, just a little bit of the black, going back and forth between those colors. I'm just going to be using a little bit more of that sky blue shadow, and just popping it right where we had it, mainly like the middle. So now I'm just going to be adding that pigment I used on the inner corner all over the neck, just so it gives some really pretty effect. So I'm going to be taking the Morphe M510, dipping into that pigment, and just dusting it all over. So now we're going to be adding the clouds on the neck, and I'm just going to be dipping into this white shade in the James palette. And I'm just going to be packing it on in a cloud shape. This white is probably the most pigmented white I've ever used. It's so good and so pigmented. And just to brighten up my highlight, I'm going to be taking a highlighter from Morphe. This is an extra. And I'm going to be just adding that to my cheekbones. Wow. So this is complete. I'm just going to set my face with some prep and set. We're done, and this looks amazing. Thanks to the James palette. This took a while, but it's done. It looks good. The pigment is so good. So blues for me are very hard to blend, just in my opinion. And this blended like a dream. Like, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see that. And it's so blended, and the shadows just performed so good. The white was phenomenal. Like, this palette you need, and the blue shades are just so good, and like, do you see that? As for the brush kit, this look, I had to use so many different brushes, and that kit had it all. So genius, different sizes and trios, duos of like the same brush, just genius. And I'm pretty sure you can create any look with this kit and this palette. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. You can find me on Instagram at SnatchByJake, YouTube at SnatchByJake, and that's probably it for right now. I need to like extend my social media, but that's like where you can mainly find me on. And I hope you guys have a great day.
Hey guys, my name is Cameron Lester, and today I am creating this look with a James palette, which is honestly so fun. I'm like sister shook by this. You guys are just gonna get to hear a little bit of my story and a little bit of my background as, you know, a boy in color and makeup, and as me growing into makeup and how I got into makeup and all that. So if you guys want to learn how to get this eye look, make sure you guys continue to watch. I am honestly so excited and so nervous to be even like on James' channel. Today we are doing an eye look, and we're playing with James' new, I don't know if you can see it, but the Morphe times James Charles palette. I'm just so honored to even be doing this and so grateful. So thank you, James. He actually reached out to me last minute to do this and create this. So I'm kind of nervous and I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do. But today I think I'm gonna
use some red on my eyelid and just, you know, wing it and try to figure it out as I go, but I know I'm gonna use red. And then I'm gonna tell you guys about my story. If you guys want to hear about more of me, make sure you guys watch this. Let's get started. So today I'm gonna be priming my eyelids actually, because I heard that the eyeshadows actually work really well with the eyelid primer. Usually I use concealer like James, so this is kind of different for me, but you know, hey, let's give it a shot and a try, you know. I'm using the M224 Morphe brush to, like, you know, basically just put a base on my eyelid. I always use a lighter color so the shadow can just show up more, because it also is a little bit harder for darker skin tones to, like, shadows to show up, but we're about to see how this works. I always use a lighter so it could just, like, be vibrant as it can. So I have my eyelid primed, and now I'm just gonna go straight into this color. This palette is actually so cool because it's so, like, big. I don't know if you guys probably saw it, but this is, like, huge. Like, look, it's, like, bigger than my face. So I'm gonna go straight into the red with You're Kidding with another Morphe brush from James's collection, the M433 brush. And I'm just gonna start putting this on my eyelid and, like, hope for the best. So this is, like, a true red. It actually is, like, looking really good right now. And I chose the color red. It's kind of hard for me, like, to talk and blend, but I chose the color red on my, just for this look, is because I'm actually HIV positive. So when I just felt like, you know, it just was fitting to that, because, you know, with, like, red products and all that kind of stuff, and just, like, you know, HIV. So I just wanted to do red, and then I wanted to do something else just, you know, to tie into this. I have my whole story actually on YouTube. That's my story about, like, that's why I chose red. And the reason I got into makeup was because makeup was kind of like my calm for, like, the storm that was going around me, and, like, there was just so much just, like, going on in my life. So at the time I just, like, picked up makeup and just, like, started going in with it and having fun with it. It just gave me something to do, and it, like, just really grounded me, and it just turned into me just doing makeup all the time. And now I do, like, Instagram videos and all that kind of stuff, and it just, now I'm here, which is kind of amazing. And I'm just gonna kind of bring this out a little bit dramatic, because the name of this palette is Unleash Your Inner Artist, and I kind of want to just do something dramatic and kind of, you know, not to be so simple plain Jane today. So I'm gonna kind of drag it out, so if it looks crazy right now, just trust the process and it'll come all together. I'm going to take, I believe it's called Mary. I'm kind of gonna blend that into the top so it can, like, you'll see, it'll just, like, blend in with the eye. And to give it a little bit more of, like, depth, I'm going to use, is it Boutique? I'm going to just kind of, like, go, like, right here on my, it's like my eyelid bone, and just kind of, like, give it some dimension or depth or something like that. So it's gonna be a little bit darker, I hope. So now that we have the base kind of finished, I think I'm going to take now, like, a shimmer red. So I'm gonna do this shade Shook, and I think I'm gonna just use my finger and pack that right on to the lid, because I feel like that will look really pretty. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the shade Acapella. I'm just gonna smudge a blue out on here. I'm taking the M431 brush, blending it and dragging it out also too. And it's kind of, like, turning into a purple, but I like how dramatic this blue is, like, right under the eye. Now I'm gonna put something a little bit lighter in the inner corner, just to bring a little bit more light to the eye and not look so dark, and, you know, just bring a little life to you. There's a lot of, like, good highlighting shades in here too. I think this one is Face. I think I'm going to take the M124 brush by Morphe and take the shade Face, and I'm going to just put that right in the corner and just kind of bring it in. I kind of feel like I'm looking like Harley Quinn right now, but, you know, it's cool. And I'm gonna take that same Face, and I'm gonna kind of highlight the brow bone, so a little bit. So now I'm just gonna use a blue liner and kind of just, like, bring, like, brightness to the line. It's a Morphe liner, it's called Harper. This is my eyeshadow look, what I came up with on the last minute on the spot. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and put lashes on and finish this look for you guys. I'm finally done. I put lashes on, I finished the face. The formula is amazing. The blending is on point. I can't wait to use more colors and kind of just like create more looks. Now I definitely wanted to do red because it just meant a lot to me. I moved to LA at 20 and I just had a dream to like start my YouTube career, and I got here and I got diagnosed with HIV when in September of last year, I think. Yeah, September of last year. Everything just stopped. Like everything really just stopped in my life. Like I lost my car. I was also homeless for a while, and everything felt like it was like against me, and I felt like there was no winning. Fortunately, just stayed with some friends and stuck it out, and now I'm here today, and it's just been such like a blessing, and I just want to thank James too. Sorry. Been such a blessing to even just be here and have this opportunity, because it's also very hard to be male in color and, you know, do this every day and, you know, just push through because you already have so many things against you. I just want to really say thank you for this opportunity. I just don't even know how to wrap this up. It's honestly unreal. The palette is unreal. If you guys want to hear more about me or know more about me, follow me on Instagram at Cam_Lester on Instagram, and then my YouTube channel is Cameron Lester, just my name. I just want to say thank you guys for watching.
Hey guys, my name is Rocio Ceja, and today I will be showing you guys how to get this really fierce rainbow eye look using something really special, really awesome, really cool. The Morphe X James Charles Artistry palettes. I will be showing you guys how to obviously get this look, and I hope that you guys really like it. So I'm gonna get started, and what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take a piece of tape because I really want like a really nice precise look. So we're gonna add the tape to the outer portion of the eye like this, and then leave like a little gap right there so that you can go back and add your shadows right here. And then we're gonna zoom in closer on the eyes so that you guys can really get a feel of the shadows. So I'm going to pick up MAC's Paint Pot, and this is what we're gonna use to prime our eyes. And I'm picking up this Morphe M224 flat brush, and this is what I'm gonna use to pack on the primer. I'm taking the M456 brush, and I'm gonna dip into the color Escape, which is a very deep purple, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit and then tap the excess off, and then I'm gonna start from right here just a little bit. And do you see how pigmented the shadow is? And you only needed like a little bit, and it's already so pigmented. Like I just dipped it once and that was it. I'm gonna go in with another brush. This is the M41 brush. It's just a fluffier brush, and I just like to take this and I like to blend the purple up. Now with the same Morphe M456 brush, I'm gonna take Playground, which is a lighter blue, and I'm gonna add it right here. So I'm creating like a rainbow, but I'm doing it backwards. And don't worry if it doesn't look blended yet. I just like to focus the shadow right here first, and then we go back and blend everything outwards. You can already see I only did my brush in one time, and it was already so pigmented. Now I'm gonna go back in with the M441 brush and just blend this blue up with no additional product. So why I let color a lot, I was always really sad. So when I started doing makeup, color really helped me become more happy. And when I do a colorful look, I'm just so happy. I am taking the Morphe M456 brush, and I'm using Social Blade, and I'm putting this right here next to the blue, and then I'm blending it upwards towards my brow. Now what's really cool about the James and Morphe brush collection is that you're not getting only one of each brush, you're getting multiples. So in the brush collection you are getting, I believe it's 3 of the M456 brushes. And as someone who does rainbow looks, who does multiple colors on one eye, I need multiple brushes. So this collection really does come in handy for an artist like myself. So again, I'm taking the Morphe M456 brush. This is a really good brush. As you guys can tell, I've been using it throughout the whole entire video. And I'm gonna dip into the yellow. It's called B. As you guys can tell, I also struggle with acne, and just being open and vulnerable about that, I get a lot of people that tell me that that has helped them. For James to ask me to do this on his like platform makes me happy, because it's a message that's very important to be inclusive to all skin types and all skin tones. So I'm very happy, and acne is normal and skin positivity is something that we should always push through. I know I'm not the only one that struggles with acne, and if you are someone that struggles with acne, just know you're not alone and that you are beautiful, and I hope that in some sort of way I help you. So I'm just gonna go back in a little bit with Social Blade. In between, you want to go back in with the colors just so they can blend together. I don't feel like I necessarily have to do that just because they're blending. If you guys can see, they're blending all together very perfectly. So I don't even really have to go back and blend any of these colors together because they look really good. So I'm gonna go into some oranges and I'm going to mix two. I'm gonna mix 518 and Rusted. Rusted is more of like a deeper orange, but I want to mix them because I just want them to create like a darker orange, if that makes sense. And I'm using the same Morphe M456 brush. And this color, I'm going to put it on the outer portion of my eye just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I'm going to give myself like a half cut crease. You guys can use whatever concealer you want. I'm just going to take my own and do that. So I just cut my crease and I stopped right here, and now I'm going to add the red. And I'm going to take this Morphe M562 brush and I'm going to dip in just a little bit, and I'm going to pack it on right here in the outer portion of the eye. In the Artistry palette, I was really happy that he included a white and a black because I use a lot of white shadow. I like using white in my inner corner. I feel like it makes everything pop. But today I'm going to use that not only in my inner corner but on my lid. So I'm taking this M224 flat brush, and so I loaded my brush and I'm gonna pat in this white right here. So I'm going to take a little bit of pink, which is called Skip, and this Morphe E36 brush. It's very tiny, and I'm going to add this pink right here, and that's just because I wanted to use the pink in this palette. It's really pretty, and as you guys can see, it's super pigmented. And I'm just gonna add it right here by the red and then blend it with the red just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape. You should get like a really nice clean cut like that. So I'm gonna take the Morphe M321 brush, and I'm gonna take Skip, which is the pink, and I'm gonna add it right here on the waterline. So I'm going to take your Kidding on the Morphe E36 brush and just blend this down here just a little bit. I don't want a lot. So one of my signature looks is my inner corner star, and I buy these at Michael's. You can get them at any arts and crafts stores, but I get mine at Michael's. I like to take some tweezers and I will pop it right in my inner corner like this. And since James' palette has a white, which makes me really happy, I'm gonna use that white and put it in my inner corner. So I like to use like a really bulky brush when it comes to like my inner corner star. I am using the Morphe 173 brush. This is also in James's brush collection. So I like to do this thing where I tap in and press down on the inner corner star. I like to press down the shadow. So I'm taking some tweezers and then I like to remove it. You should get a stamp like that in your inner corner. So this is the completed look. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara, some lashes, and then finish this eye, and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so this is the completed look. I did want to touch a little bit on the palette and my thoughts on it. So I mean, right away it's really pigmented. I work with colors, so I know what I like and I know what I want from a palette, and this is definitely a palette that I would use over and over again. The purple was really good. Purples are not my favorite, and this purple was actually really solid and it blended really well. The blues and the greens were really nice. Greens I always have like an issue with just because I feel like sometimes some greens from some brands are like too dark. This one gives me like almost like a very green lime neon kind of feel, so I really like that. And then yellows are really important. You can tell if a palette is good if it has like a really great bright yellow, so I really like the yellow in this palette. Oranges are always like formulated really nice, so I really like the orange. And then the reds and the pinks, they're just so good. They're so pigmented, and just overall I really like like the palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to check me out, you guys can find me at Rocio Ceja with the underscore all together, both on my Twitter, my YouTube channel, and on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Hi sisters, I am back. Oh my god, you guys, all 4 of those looks were literally so beyond insane. We have Sister Zachary, Sister Rocio, we have Jake, and also Cam. They literally all killed it so much. I cannot thank all 4 of these artists enough for coming all the way here and filming today. This truly means so much to me that they got to test out the palette first. I definitely was so excited to see all their opinions and feedback when it comes to real artists using this, and I think they all absolutely killed it. I'm gonna leave all their social media links down below, so you guys better be sister supportive. I think that they are all so incredibly talented, and this community is seriously built on the smaller artists that are working so hard every single day to make it to the top. So please be supportive, please go show them the love and tell them that Sister James sent you. All that being said, you guys, if you liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. I would love to do more videos like this in the future and bring on more smaller artists to the channel, so let me know if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below, let me know which of the artists' look was your all-time favorite. I am so excited to see your guys' feedback on the palette. If you have not already, don't forget to click that big red subscribe button down below as well and come join the sisterhood. We are almost 10 million sisters strong, and also click that little bell icon so you can get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. If you'd like to follow me on my makeup journey, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're both just James Charles, and my Snapchat for more behind the scenes type stuff is James Charles with an extra S after Charles. Don't forget that my sister collection with Morphe, being my palette and my brush set, launch on November 13th, only a few days from now at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Morphe.com. It is going to sell out so fast, so y'all better be ready. Set your alarms, tell your moms, your dads, your sisters, your brothers, and also if you missed it the first time, it'll be available at all Ulta retail locations starting November 16th. This video's sister shout out goes to Sister Sophie. Thank you so much, love, for always following and supporting. I love you so much. And if you'd like to be in the next video's sister shout out, don't forget to always retweet my video links and then go live on Twitter. If you like my cute little sisters cropped hoodie moment, you can shop this and the entire other collection at sisters-apparel.com. And don't forget as well that the entire artistry collection, all the rainbow pieces, including the fan, is launching on November 15th. Alright sisters, thank you so much for watching this video today. Thank you so much again to all 4 of these amazing and talented artists. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!